Today, folks, it's a bit more of an all-bro show than yesterday. Quite a few bros here today, taking pictures of each other. They're kind of, I think, figuring out and making plans for this evening. Guy at the phone box, not entirely sure if he wants to be the top or the bottom, I guess. I mean, in the photo album, that is, sorry, whether his photo will be at the top or the bottom. When they compile their little photo album. Something going on today though, folks. Oh, welcome back, by the way, everyone. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. There is something going on. A collective of idiots have descended on Whitehall. Massive, in fact, group. No, I'm not talking about the fellows in high-vis. They're here to police that massive collective of idiots. Who are these people I'm referring to? Well, busy with law enforcement. There's a whole bunch of pro-EU types in the middle here, look. Independent sovereign nation, yet they can't accept that and they want to rejoin the EU. I mean, we all know there were certain benefits, but when one looks at the ONS statistics for the coming 36 months, the UK is going to be doing a lot better economically than any country in the European Union. Not my opinion, it's a fact, guys. Don't take my word for it, do your own research. Yet these people can't let go. They can't accept that there was a referendum, a decision was made. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. I mean, I personally couldn't care less either way. But this constant desire to overturn the democratic will of the people is an odd one. I mean, I'm tempted to go and talk to them, but then again, is it worth it? I mean, we've got Thor over there in the middle, look. Either that or it's some guy that used to fight for the WWE and then got sacked. Maybe hurt his back, in fact. Some kid laughing at the camera and stuff, not realising that I'm so zoomed in that his peanut-sized head won't show on the video. So that's the sort of excitement we get. Rejoin, rebirth, risorgimento, take your pick. Anyway, enough of that. The police are wondering whether or not, given the situation, they should run over, tase them, pepper spray them, and kick the out of them when they're on the floor, gasping for air. Personally, I'd probably film it if it happened, but I'm not sure it is going to happen. So I think we might have to leave our lovely police officers to it and head to horseguards, everybody. It's a shame because it would have been fun to see the pro-EU lot schooled in democracy, but not today. Okay, let's see. Onwards and upwards. Now, it might sound like a curious thing, but is it just me, or do the police seem to be getting younger and younger? I wonder to myself, is it because I'm getting older, and when I was a young man, like young man, the police seemed, like much sort of older, wiser? But I look at a lot of the new officers and think, goodness gracious me, you look very young. I mean, it doesn't mean they are, and it's better to have young ladies and gents as police officers than the elderly. No offence to the elderly, but I can't see them rugby tackling too many lawbreakers. So, let me put my frame aside while I tackle this lawbreaker. You stop there. It wouldn't work, would it? I mean, fundamentally. Luckily we moved, actually, because we've got Thor, the long-haired clown, ringing his town crier's bell. Now, I'm not sure if that bell is an indication that at the end of the day he is a bellend who needs a haircut, or whether he's actually going to give a pro-EU speech. I don't know. We just need a customs union with the EU. Simple as that. It's funny, actually, I remember when we were told that, hey, you won't be able to go to France for your holidays if we leave the European Union. I mean, not a single thing changed since we left the European Union. And I've been to Europe many times. But that huge variance of lies and misinformation was on both sides, the pro and anti-Brexit. And that's sad, because that should have been a time for informed national debate, backed up and supported by facts and statistics and research, independent, non-biased, apolitical academic research. But hey, that sadly, guys, is not how it works, because we don't actually live in a democracy. But then most of us know that, don't we? It's democratic when it serves the will of politicians, but not when it serves the will of us lot, the public. But hey, enough of the political ranting. Let's continue to horse guards and see what we're going to get this morning. Now, one thing we are going to get is no Blues and Royals. They've already gone. How do I know? Time. I'm not sure actually if we focused on Big Ben at all in the video. I was too distracted by the anti-Brexit mob. But I don't want to get too close to these officers. Otherwise, I think I'm stalking them. But I'm reasonably certain it's probably between 11:15 and 11:45 right now. Lifeguards have quite a lot to live up to. What I mean by that is that, I mean, there's always been friendly competition between the regiments, and that will obviously continue the more there are some outstanding troopers, but they're actually almost competing against themselves as well. Oh wow, they put a slide in for this guy, look at that. Like a sort of adult-sized playground. Fantastic. And yes, folks, I'm joking. Before anyone gets upset, I'm massively pro-accessibility, as I think a lot of you know. But anyway, yes, back to my point. The lifeguards are as much competing against themselves and the previous performance of their colleagues. A lot, of course, will depend on whether today's group of troopers is a entirely new group of troopers, or whether it's partly comprised of those that were here last week. I'm still not sure. I think we're in week 4. If it's not this week, after this coming weekend's guard, I'm pretty sure that next week we will start to see new faces as the troopers rotate. Don't quote me on that, but I'm reasonably sure. Now, the annoying thing today is that the weather forecast was cloudy, overcast, little grey, but not a whisper about rain. Hence me not bringing an umbrella. But guess what? They kind of got it wrong. It's spitting. And while spitting in itself isn't necessarily a bad thing, let's hope it doesn't get any heavier than this, because that is going to be a problem. Yeah, I've got no way to keep myself dry, guys. Which is a teeny weeny bit unfortunate. Okay, so let's see what happens next. Oh, I don't know her, folks. Okay, some girl almost walked straight into me. Oops. Okay, so we're back. This trooper, I know a lot of you like this trooper very much. I'm a fan of this trooper, I must say. It's hard to explain why. He has a certain Tudor-esque quality about him. You know, if somebody told me, morning. I looked for you yesterday when I finished, but you had left already. Oh no, I came out. I looked around the front and you weren't here, etc. I mean, I'm going to kind of go between and sort of see what happens, etc. But people, yeah, the thing that I was mentioning, this trooper, if for example somebody said to me, look, you know, his name was, I don't know, Sir Stanley or Lord something or whatever, I wouldn't doubt it. Why? Because he has that sort of admirable, aristocratic, jolly decent fellow, you know, I'm going to go to my club to play backgammon with the chaps after work kind of demeanour about him, which is great. Normally, fellows like this trooper are the ones in the officer's mess, giving the orders. Oh, hold on a second. So, Mr. Dominant Husband said to his wife, don't talk to him. The trooper, that is. But the trooper, whatever was asked, the trooper did give her a nod, which was curious to say the least. Actually, very curious. So I think we're going to have to wait and see what happens when somebody gets closer. It's not jam-packed here this morning, but I mean it is pretty busy. So we shall see what's going to happen. I'm going to have a look at that. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. 1 second, folks. Oh. Hello. I'm okay. A big fan of yours. Oh gosh. It's becoming I can't actually make my videos these days because people are always saying hello to me, which makes me blush because I can't make the content for you guys.
Great. It's really good.
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind, I swear.
I like the squares and I like touching the horses, but I miss the biting.
I mean, to be honest, I've been surprised at how much drama there's been here since people stopped grabbing the reins and since the biting stopped. But I think when Ormond comes back,
When's he back?
nobody knows. This is like, you know, the last time he was spotted was when there were a group of French students visiting. And it's funny because all of them had a different vegetable. At the end of that day, Ormond was not here anymore. So we've all wondered what's happened to him. You know, could he be in a French Argo, folks? I mean,
I love what you say.
a French ambassador's not watching, but he could be. Speaking of which, look at this beauty. What's his name, officer? Boudica. Ah, that is the beautiful Boudica, ladies and gents. Wow. That's a really good looking horse there, isn't it? A really good looking horse. Where are you guys from?
Northampton.
Oh, just down for the hill today?
We was here last night. We were at the old Hornets and Fishing Friends.
Ah, okay.
My wife had to come to see you.
Yeah?
This is the only program we watched now. I deleted everything else that was...
Oh, stop it, guys. You're going to make me go home and like blush. I'm already starting to blush
You
here.
are superb.
You're very kind.
And that guard is on it.
Wait, this guard is on it?
Yeah, he's well and truly. He's told 3 or 4. We've been watching him while we're looking for you.
That's interesting.
He's told 3 or 4 of them to step away.
Ah, I'm surprised actually because the lady I was talking to over there who was watching him at the beginning said that he was not being disciplined, but I would have thought instinctively that he would have been.
Yeah, he's
Absolutely.
told 3 or 4 today to...
But not you, of course, or your lovely wife.
I said, no, we're not going to go nowhere near that.
Anyway, guys,
Good work.
thank you. It was very kind of you to say hello. Pleasure, yeah? Thank you, guys. Wow. Folks, it's getting crazy. How long is it going to be before I can't make any videos for all of you anymore? Now, the Gatesmanator, sadly, is not here. However, Mr. Dominant Husband here is about to get his own little bit of schooling, I hope. In fact, what am I talking about? I've just recognised the guy. He's Gandalf, for goodness sake, isn't he? That Amazon Lord of the Rings shirt. Yeah. No wonder he looks so familiar. Problem is, I'm really hoping he's not going to cast a spell on me for my negative comments. Anyway, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Right, into the yard we go. Into the trenches, guys. Into the breaches. We're going to go in and see what's happening here in the yard. Have they, for example, finished a tunnel? I'm pretty optimistic that the tunnel will be done. The tunnel, hopefully, guys, is done. That's right. Finito. Oh gosh, there's a hell of a lot of water on the ground today, which is problematic as I'm back in casual clothes. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, look. I wonder if the Labour government have decided that Horse Guards is so majestic, unlike their administration, that it deserves massive investment. Now they've finished it, and there's no harm in me filming this because there are thousands of people filming it every day. Look at that. Massively enhanced security observation abilities for the guard room. Brilliant. I mean, what more could we want? You know, I'm just hoping the cameras are 4K and that possibly, anyone watching, listening in the MOD, some bright spark in the MOD might think to themselves, if, for example, we put up some live cams at Horse Guards, can you imagine how many million people globally would watch the guard change and everything else that's happening here? There you are, MOD. I've just given you a way to make tens of millions of pounds over the next decade in sponsorship and partnership deals with brands to drop in their adverts during your live stream of the King's Guard here at Horse Guards. I mean, the downside to that, of course, guys, would be that nobody will watch my channel anymore. But I prefer the MOD take a handsome profit. Now, I'm not sure. I'm just waiting to see whether this guy says anything to his girlfriend in Russian, because he looks like a Russian spy to me. We know there's been issues recently with spies here in London. Could he be a Russian spy? I mean, if he is, he's probably not a very good one. Because if he's undercover, then something isn't quite right. Anyway, I'd rather not risk the wrath of the FSB. So here I am, going back to the front. I'm going to ignore any potential spying, guys. So let's see. Apparently this horse and this trooper are on it today. But not that I'm doubting anyone else's word. We've heard conflicting stories. One regular viewer, when we arrived, said, hey, he is not telling people to move. Then the lovely gent and his wife came along and said, hey, that trooper at the other end has been telling people to get out of the box. So, I mean, we need evidence, guys, don't we, for ourselves? Oh, the Russian spy just walked right into the... one second, where is he? My eyes are not deceiving me, folks. He walked right in to where the guard is standing. Oh yeah, there he is, look. Very close. What do we think? I guess a lot is going to depend on whether or not somebody goes really close and or puts an arm out to make contact with the horse. Nope. Gosh, so we had Lord of the Rings, now we've got this guy from The Hobbit. I didn't know there was a sort of Tolkien-themed day here at Horseguards today, but apparently there is. Look. Frodo, I think his name is. Meanwhile, Brodo in the background is spoiling his picture. It's like, dude, why are you just standing behind him, ruining his picture? Wait, somebody's making a video, hold on. It's a nice body bag, actually, isn't it? I wonder which gentleman's product he's carrying with him today. It's a bit of stargazing. Oh, I can see the Aurora Borealis. He thinks to himself as he glances on high. Okay, so they're randomly just walking over the line, not in a dramatic kind of way, but yeah, they are. What does that mean? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, one big positive is the fact that they actually remembered to hang the signs today. That's got to be a good sign in more ways than one. Oh, you almost poked the horse in the eye then. Right, we've got 10 minutes, folks. And I see that as a positive. That was the guy with the red bag who was laughing at me then when he walked past. Sure guy, funny though. Okay, the good news, guys, is that the Vietnamese stalker who's filming next to me has an umbrella in his trouser leg pocket. Now, why is that good news? Well, I mean, you know, if it gets busy here, I can borrow it for a while, and as long as I do return it to that pocket, legally speaking, that's not theft. The key thing, guys, is that the show must go on, this video. So maybe he actually can be useful here as my umbrella carrier. Who's next? Oh. What the hell, bro? I thought he was going to jump on the horse behind the guard for a second. I'm wondering if it's maybe a bag of apples. I would try and ask in just a moment what he's carrying. Okay, he's coming this way, I'll ask him. Oh, damn it. Sorry guys, there are too many, but they walked in front of me, you can just see them. That's a pity. Oh gosh, and now we get really busy with the hairdressing channel. Let's hope that people give this gent the space he rightly deserves.
You can go a bit closer. Push him in a bit. You can go in a little bit. He's right. About.
Nod from the guard, well deserved. Oh, somebody's rolled out of bed on the left, hasn't bothered to change for their visit to Horse Guards. Straight from the bathroom to the public highway. Hey, what? It's really getting busy in the yard as well, guys, just behind, because we've got the changeover coming up. I actually thought, I didn't say it out loud because her husband's standing right next to her, I thought that was actually really cute, the way that she sort of like tried to stick her head over the guy that was already there. I mean, a bit odd actually just to push him behind the old gem. He enjoyed that, he really did enjoy it, I can see it. He's smiling in his chair now, made his day, and rightly so. Would love to have asked the chap if he had a bag of goodies for the horse. It must have done. I'm sure that's why he asked the guard if he could give something to the horse.
2 seconds.
Meanwhile, some guy just wheeled a trolley load of goodies right in front of the horse over here. Look. I can't decide actually. In fact, we've been here for a good, probably approaching 10 minutes. Let's see if we can get a spot at the other end in front of Sir Percy for the changeover. I think that would be a smart and wise decision, especially given how much attention we've given at the other end thus far. So let's squeeze ourselves in here for a minute. Gonna slide in slowly, that feels good. Oh. Aha, guess who's in today's video? Got you now, got you now. Oh, see, look at that, you were reprimanded by the trooper. Oh, the authentic British experience.
The only disappointment is the lady police officer's not here.
She might well be milling around because, for whatever reason, they started working on undercover duties yesterday. So she was here yesterday and she did appear briefly in the videos.
She's always top on it, she ain't.
Yeah. She's definitely a firm fan favourite. So many people mention her specifically in the comments. But she's a lovely person, genuine person who clearly likes the horses. So, you know, it's not surprising she resonates with the horse crowd. I get it. So, folks, who will be up after this horse? Let's see quickly if we can identify this beauty before Sir Percy takes him back to the stables. 1 second. The light is not very good this morning, guys. Okay, I got the number, and it is Tristan. No way. See the way the horse just looked at him. Tristan. Yeah, it's Tristan, folks. I'm going to state unequivocally for the first time ever, without any hesitation at all, that I got the name of the horse right. Plus, it's a fairly unusual number. Oh. I guess she didn't notice that there's a very small, modest sign referring to Godzilla and the horse on the wall. But, folks, I told you that Sir Percy and the Peasants is going to be the next volume. Peppa Pig Goes to Horseguards. Oh, hold on a second. We've got, I believe, the Lance Corporal of Horse heading into the tunnel. Okay, this guy's just finished unblocking the toilets. Apparently the museum got a lot of traffic after they hosted a curry night last night. I think we've got about 2 minutes, give or take, until the changeover. The yard is actually very healthily populated this morning. Yeah, it's exactly 2 minutes, folks, until the changeover. It is quite extraordinary still how many people are not spotting, or spotting but then kind of pretending they didn't see the sign that clearly says don't touch the horse. Oh, they just walked through, they're like, there's a horse. Oh, phone bro alert. Bing bong, and off we go. Aha, one officer who was plain clothes yesterday is back on duty in uniform today. It doesn't matter which one, but that's interesting. I wonder if others are here, perhaps. Tristan is a real beautiful horse, in fact. His eyes are a real glorious dark brown. Tristan. Yeah, it's definitely Tristan. Okay, so we've got one trooper laying down the law. Don't know what she asked him. What they have to put up with, guys, our magnificent guards. Okay, so the two new beauties are in the yard, ready. Boxman to your posts, quick march. I'm going to move a teeny bit forward. A couple of guys here really don't want to get their oniony heads in the frame. Oh, hold on just a moment, folks. I think a familiar face is returning to this box. Who's the other end? Ah, okay, this is interesting. We've still got some people here using flash. Okay, so they're off. And we'll pan back around in a moment after the dismount. I'm actually going to head into the yard, people. It's packed. Gosh, it's quite a shout. Any louder with that voice, they're going to need to reglaze some of the window panes. Okie dokie, that's done. Right, who have we got here? Young looking horse, this one, very young. And he's got little booties on, folks. Let me get you a name. This will be probably the last one I'll AD today, unless it's quite at the other end.
Okay.
Ooh, that number's a bit of a mess. Hold on. Virgil. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Virgil. It is, yeah. Okay, good. So Tristan's gone and Virgil has taken his place. Here comes the Exodus, I guess. I mean, this is probably the, well, at least in part, post-Palace crowd and those that obviously got stuck in the yard. Let's see. I don't want to speculate on enforcement at this end. This trooper, I recognise him, but I've got no idea of how he is with tourists. So we're going to just have to wait and see, folks. I'm going to try and keep the camera reasonably high so we can just about see where the lines meet the box. There we are. For the moment, anyway. Everyone's flooding out. Gosh, all we need now is some tall people. Oh wait, here's one. Wow, I mean, look at it. Yikes. For some reason, they're changing over the gatesman and chitsman in the yard. I wasn't expecting that. She approached with such confidence, only to be told to get out of the box. You know what? This trooper is the day's trooper of the day already. No matter what else happens, he is trooper of the day. He and glorious Virgil. Even though Virgil has been on the Instagram very recently, he's going to be back today. Why? Because he's beautiful. And the trooper is smashing it already. Oh, great. There's the second one. Lifeguards, look at this, folks, laying down the law. Out the box. Okay, got some great shots actually of this trooper. We're going to call him, let me think. We already have Gatesmanator. I'm reluctant to call him Boxmanator, it doesn't quite have the same ring. I'll ponder it. But wow, what a start, eh? That, folks, is how to lay down the law. Polite, stern, or authoritative. Oh. You see the way Mummy pulled red there? That was a bit aggressive, wasn't it? Okay, so the lines of this box are pretty much... Oh. What the hell does this dude think he's doing? This is not the right place for it at all, and the problem is the police are distracted because the change is going on in the yard. Okay, he was respectful.
Well, lucky this, you know. Dismounted there, thank you, change.
I was not expecting that at all. If I thought that might happen, I would have come into the yard. Damn it. Every single time you're thinking, nah, it's not going to happen. It happens. Very curious, eh? Did they have the cuirasses on, did you know? Notice or?
Can't be. Yes, I think they did.
I think that's probably the reason they did an early change, yeah?
No, the lifeguard in the tunnel, yes, I'm sure he was. He was the bloke I saw this morning come on.
That would make logical sense. It's been quite fun, actually. Trooper here, straight on it, and just like, immediately. Lady just strolled in like, you know, hey, I built the museum, you know, with my family money kind of attitude, and the trooper was just like, you know, get out of the box. Oh, what do you mean get out of the box? That sort of look. Those are the best ones, to be quite honest with you.
I work on to see about the horse that's just been relieved. Are you informing him?
That was Tristan, who's just finished.
He was very, if that's the one, unless I changed it earlier, when he came out this morning, very skittish.
Just sort of trotting about.
Yeah, all prancing all over the place. I was up in my corner there, and I nearly had to retreat into the tunnel.
It always happens when I'm not here for the actual changeover. I wanted to be here super early, but for reasons that don't really matter, I didn't get to bed until 4:30 this morning. So I actually missed the first alarm. Thank God I said 2. However, to be honest, I think this is becoming the better time to arrive. Sometimes it's nice to capture the guard change, but the majority of people getting school happens or tends to happen in the 11:30 to noon period, isn't it, as the palace cars start to arrive. But most are being very, very, very respectful, I would say, on the whole. Few entitled people, but other than that, all good.
Another fan of yours this morning, lady from Los Angeles.
Oh, it's here. Oh,
Yeah.
good lord. I did speak to a lovely couple when I first arrived. And then, bless him, he got told to move back. Even though he didn't get in the box, he walked over during the guard change and got told off in the middle of the video, which is unfortunate, but it was accidental. But what about in the yard? Quiet this morning, or?
Yes, it was a bit. Not so many around. I met her and another couple out the back.
When this channel hits 1 million at some point in the next, say, 5 years, you're going to have to be my permanent PR manager if you're up for the job. I swear, you do a great job of talking to people.
No, I've seen both changes. I'm not called it an early day today. Before I go, if you get bored with this, there's a lady in pirate costume in the park.
Is there really?
With a film crew.
Oh, what is it? Pirates of the
I
Caribbean?
don't know what it is. Captain Jack and the Sparrow.
Oh, okay.
And there's an air taxi up Charing Cross.
Is there really?
I don't know. I didn't stop to see what the bird was. I didn't advertising. There's like a double car size thing with 4 roses like a drone.
No. For example, wasn't branded Uber or anything. It's just what parked outside Charing Cross Station.
That's what. Yeah.
Ah.
Well, up on a big advertising board, but I don't know what it's all about.
Okay. Interesting. Thanks for the heads up.
I'm going to wander up to what it is now.
I'm not sure I'll be here tomorrow, but I'll definitely be here Friday, and I'll make sure I'm actually here for the guard change back to the Blues. It's going to be a Blues weekend.
I'm not sure about Friday because the one decent day this week was weather. So
Yeah. That's why I was thinking about getting here early. But if I don't see you, then I'll see you soon either way. Okay.
Take it.
See you soon. Bye. Okay, folks. Yes, I will do my very best if I can to be here tomorrow, but I will definitely be here Friday because it's going to be sunny and bright. Okay, so we've got what we needed to get at this end. Okay, we know that this troop is on it, but we know there's nothing to worry about, and we know that if tourists get in the box, they are going to be getting in trouble. So, time for a little stroll. Let's have a look, ladies and gents. Who have we got at the other end? Lots of people filming today. Lots of older, familiar faces are returning, which is good and bad, I guess, in different ways. Holidays finishing, people getting over illnesses, things returning slowly to normal. Oh wait, sorry guys, the camera then just flipped completely. Some clown called his bag. Apologies for that. Yeah, he's looking back now. It wasn't his fault, it was an accident, but it's sometimes the way it is. I'm not sure how much the camera flipped then, people. Might would have actually filmed me, but hey, if I did make a guest appearance inadvertently, ladies and gents, welcome to the channel. Who's up next? I'm looking at my other phone, so it looks like I'm busy and I'm actually not filming. Righty-ho. We're going to see this end, folks. That's the key. Right, I'm a little bit off centre because I don't want to stand too close to the fellow that lives here.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Thank you.
Daddy, look. Very curious, in fact. Oh. Damn, that memo's come down hard, hasn't it, in fact? The Brigadier has clearly laid down the law at Hyde Park Barracks. In fact, I wouldn't surprise you if they wheeled over a field marshal. Loving it, absolutely loving it. See, even kids are not being spared, and nor should they, folks. Nor should they. We'll have a look in a minute when we hear the bing bong at who is the gatesman. don't think we've got a good chance it will be you know who. Let's wait and see. The temptation is always there to reach out and touch the horse, but sadly that's no longer permitted. I'm thinking actually the better option would have been to apply a very, very, very heavy industrial strength glue each morning over the white line, so that any tourists that do step on it or try it, their shoes would get glued to the floor, and the solution that dissolves the glue should only be released by the police with payment of a £200 fine, which goes to the Guards Museum. That, I think, ideally, would help. Oh, don't do it, bro, don't touch the horse. I can see the temptation in people's eyes. I just want to pat the horse. Wow, first time we've seen somebody wheel a child sacrifice over in, what, 2 weeks? He's just like, here, take my child. It's going to get to the stage where absolutely nobody is going to risk, and it will be a risk, is going to risk getting in trouble and getting massively owned on social media. That, I think, is how this problem has been solved in the past. The rain situation, some people did see the rain situation as being a positive. Oh, here we go, guys. My little gimbal thing is making funny noises again. I'll deal with that in a minute. Let's see what happens with the gatesman first. 1 second. Oh, wait. There we go. 1 second. I'm holding this sort of manually, guys, until I reset the gimbal. 1 second. I've just turned it off. 1 minute. I'll have to switch it back on again. Very odd that it would start to do that weird beeping again. I think what I'll do actually, put it on, leave it to film at home for an hour or two this evening, and if it's fine, I'll continue using it. If not, I'll swap it to a new one. This one's about a year old, and there's no reason it should be doing that, and it's exceedingly annoying. So 1 second, guys, let me just actually completely reset it. That was interesting because the fellow that the gatesman was saying move to, it seemed to me actively chose not to listen to him, which was curious. Alright, let's switch this back on again. 1 second. I don't want to pause the video, so I'm going to leave it on. See the joys of being a filmmaker, ladies and gents. Right, so now it's on. My hand is off. Let's hope it's now going to be stable after the manual reset. Super curious though. For one moment, it's fine. The next moment, it's not fine. I don't get it. I just don't understand why it can be that temperamental. Anyway, so we got the gatesman. It's not the gatesmanator, but it's another gatesman who clearly is on it. And more importantly, we've seen him before. That gatesman that just came out, he's been here before. I seem to remember him being very firm when he was in the boxes before. Like really firm, really on it. Hopefully, the same will apply. I could see that he didn't want to have to raise his voice at that chat, but I'm pretty sure that he would have done if he needed to, because somebody was in his way. So it's great to see the lifeguards. In fact, they've actually, weird as it might sound, done even better than their colleagues who were last here. Big surprise, eh? Big surprise. Now, for some reason, I got that sort of spidey, tingly sense that this group, with their one teacher, might be problematic. So what we're going to do, guys, solely for research purposes, is stay here in the yard for a few minutes. I'm hoping the group's not Dutch. Actually, they've got 2 teachers with them, the group, one of whom is eyeballing the camera. So let's see what happens. At the moment, they're in the middle of the yard, but they're gesturing to go over toward the archway. And the kids, who don't need to be on camera yet, are pushing each other, like being a bit stupid. I think that, to be honest, with 2 teachers, they've probably got it under control. Let's leave them to it for a moment. The second they eyeballed the camera, they actually all sort of stopped moving forward. good and bad, I guess. If we're serving as a deterrent already, that's got to be a positive. Okay, so we've got no gatesmanator on this side either. I think the gatesmanator has probably been appointed as possibly, I don't want to assume, but I mean possibly a training fellow for some of his colleagues. Because could you imagine actually what would happen here if every single person in the regiment was doing his rounds and dealing with tourists the way the gatesmanator does? If there was zero tolerance for anything untoward here, gatesmanator style, this place would be a Swiss watch, would it not? I know the second I walk to the front, something's going to happen. I know it, but I'm not sort of comfortable trailing a group. About 20 minutes-ish until I'm done with this, give or take. And then I can talk to you. Oh, where's that? The one that's over on that side, yeah? Okay. If it be about outside, yeah? Okay. I'll see you then. 1 second, folks. Oh. Okay, so everyone's on it today, singing from the same hymn sheet. Yes, it's a cliche, but it happens to be true this morning. I'm standing in the middle for the moment, simply because it gives me a bit of a perspective over this end, that group in the yard, and also what's going on behind me. Wow, this chap over here, I'm surprised he hasn't got his own oxygen supply. Flipping hell. It's actually a good thing that he's not walking in front of the horse. I mean, that scared me. He is incredibly tall. He's got to be about 7'5", 7'6". Amazing. You climb Everest with almost no effort at all. Right, 1 second. It's really hard to know and to decide which end to focus on. I think I'll stay here for a little while, as most people are not filming at this end right now. So I think that's going to be the smart option, whilst there's space, while there's a bit of room to film here. Oh. Okay, here we go again with the beeping, people. I don't understand it. It makes no sense at all. It's not overheating. There's no error message. And there it is again. 1 second. Okay, I've manually switched it off. I know how annoying that beeping is, guys, in the video, so my apologies. Yeah, new gimbal time from tomorrow. Okay, so just reactivated it. Something interesting is happening in the yard. I'm hearing some loud verbal commands and... Oh! Okay, so they were taken off just to remove the cuirasses, as I mentioned to my friend a little earlier. So it wasn't actually a gatesman and chitsman changeover, it was simply a moment to remove the cuirasses. They're now being put back on duty to replace their colleagues that just replaced them. Yes, it's complicated. I'm not sure why they decided to do it this way. They used to simply take them off for 5 or 10 minutes, remove the cuirass and put them back on, but now they're doing the full ceremonial changeover multiple times. I did wonder why we had so many loud commands. I'm also wondering if the 3 troopers are here to observe today, their colleagues, or to deal with the crowds, or potentially both. Yeah, in fact, one is explaining to the other two the way it's done here. So I'm guessing they're 2 new recruits. I'm okay with them being on camera because they are in their camos and they're on duty, even though they're not on ceremonial duty. Okay, so Bro here has noticed that there's no chains up. He's just having a little bit of a snoop. Right, here they come. Fantastic. So our gatesman, who did at least have the option of dealing with one tourist, is now going to be taken back in to remove his cuirass. Very precise instructions being passed to the troopers on my left. Magnificent. And they're back in. So he was explaining, I don't think the microphone would have picked up that audio. The trooper on the left, clearly already experienced in the regiment, was explaining very precisely down to how many steps they take at certain points during that little ceremonial changeover. Very interesting, never seen that actually. Sort of on-the-job training. And it's funny actually that we've been filming here for give or take 2 years and we've never come across that. And the reason I'm surprised by that is I would have thought that normally would have been done either over at Hyde Park or here after hours or when it's very quiet. So very, very interesting to see that the on-the-job training is really just that. And I'm thinking it might well be a good thing because I'm guessing what they're going to try and do slowly over time is make sure that every single trooper, whether existing serving troopers on ceremonial duty and all of the new recruits about to start ceremonial duty are on it to a T, not only in terms of the way things work here, but in terms of dealing with the tourists. If everybody is on it to the same extent, it will be clockwork. It will be just glorious clockwork. That is what I can already foresee, folks, 100%. Right, I did mention about, oh god, here we go again, with the beeping. I might have to end early, guys. I did mention about that group who I knew were going to be getting over there. I didn't see if they were being silly or whatever. Yeah, here we go with the beeping again. Oh, good lord. And there, for some reason, we've just lost it. I will try one more time, guys. If it doesn't hold up this time, I'm going to have to end the video. I mean, it's not super early, but my sincere apologies, everybody. Right, I'm just about to restart it again. I'm wondering if possibly rain got into the motor. Right, so it's now switched back on again. I think that's what might have happened. Some rain might have got in the motor the other day, and for whatever reason, it's now overheating very quickly. So sorry, guys. Let's give it 1 or 2 more tries, and that is it then. Such a shame. So much going on today, which is more educational than entertaining. Yesterday's video was massively entertaining. Any of you that didn't watch yesterday's video, okay, lightning fast Chinese tourist video, watch it. Forget about the thumbnail, forget about the title. Watch the video for the humour. For some reason, everything just ended up being perfect yesterday. From the moment we met the magician on the bridge to the Chinese tourists getting out of the way. Yeah, this group definitely want to be naughty. I can tell from their whole body language. Plus they're jumping in front of other people's cameras and waving and so on. I don't know where the teachers are from. They've vanished. Anyway, let's leave them to it. Let them enjoy their own stupidity. At least when I'm at the front and not walking around, it's easier. Even if the gimbal starts beeping, I can always hold it manually whilst we finish up at the front here. It's important to me to try and finish the video properly if I can. It's okay. No problem. Not a problem. No problem. So okay, let's see, folks. Let's focus here. Because even if it does start to beep again, I can then detach it. Oh. Oops. I think we just caught that clash, didn't we? That accidental clash. The gentleman pushed into purely by accident. Sorry. Oh. Honestly, I thought that guy was going to start answering back then. That was very odd. His whole demeanour was like, what? What did you say to me? Say it again? That kind of thing. Very curious. But just like Muscle Dude over here. Oh, he said, "Good job, sir." What a top man. He's got to be from the US. US or Latin. Actually, you know what? Might be Mexican. I'll ask him. If they come this way, I'll ask him. Why is it all the interesting people go the other way? Just like, damn it. Good job, sir. And a thumbs up. Love it. What a top man. Oh, this lady just finished walking her dogs in Wickford Park. Didn't have the time to go home. So has turned up in her Hunter wellies. I think she's taking the English lifestyle choice a little bit to the extreme, ladies and gents. Even I don't own any Hunter wellies, for goodness sake. And I grew up in the countryside. Well, I mean, South London countryside. It's not quite, you know, the sticks proper, but yeah. I grew up where there were muddy patches, let's just say that. It's almost become a bit of an overstatement. Wearing Hunter wellies in central London is rather like driving a four-wheel drive Range Rover in London. In other words, it's complete overkill and absolutely not necessary. Yet a lot of people still do it. Oh, and another one told to get out of the box. So my decision, Trooper's giving a sigh, and I can't say I blame him. Having to deal with this level of idiocy, folks, must be extremely tiring. Oh, look at these beauties, look at this. Whoa. Which one was that, guys? The bay-looking one with a massive white blaze. Annoying enough that there are too many people for me to run over and find out. That's such a beautiful looking horse. I'm not sure we've ever seen that one before, look. It actually looks like a toy horse. Super good looking horse, that one at the back. And it's really big as well. Anyone know the name of that police horse? PH what, folks? I'm not talking about acidity levels. PH, which horse is that? Right, Gatesman. Okay, now I'm not moving around and the gimbal's not having to adjust to my motion. It's not beeping. Let's hope it stays clear. Oh, another jogger bro. And if you didn't see the jogger who ran into the back of the box yesterday whilst the horse was in the box, don't miss it, guys. I'll try and dig it out and repost it at some point this week. But yesterday's video did contain a lot of gems. It really did. Instagrammable moment. Guys, you're asking what they're guarding?
Yeah, sorry, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. This is the ceremonial entrance to Buckingham Palace. Yeah, this is the original ceremonial entrance.
I haven't been to London for such a long time. Cheers, thank you.
No, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Oh God, I can smell that horse. Why so Buckingham Palace is behind?
Oh dear.
Okay, they're still going up, but this time I think a lot of people have seen the boxman here being pretty firm. But notice not one time has he had to raise his voice. He hasn't had to shout. He hasn't had to make anybody jump. Firm, clear, verbal commands. And even Farmer Bob on the left here is going to be subject to those rules if it happens. Oh, would you believe we just missed a couple of Gurkhas going through the front gate in full ceremonial uniform. Blast. Sorry folks, so much going on around me today with people that I missed it. That said, they were going through the front gate really quickly. We'd have only got the back of their head. Sorry. Yeah, Farmer Bob has got a rucksack full of apples for the horse, but sadly, horsey's not going to get them. He's like, what do you mean a horse is not going to get them? I carried these apples all the way up from Kent. Sorry?
Just getting past.
No, don't worry about me. No, absolutely not. Don't worry about me. I thought you were going to feed the horse. Nope, Farmer Bob is off, everybody. But I think he froze there briefly because he saw my camera. That was not my intention, but yeah, he froze on the spot. So I've moved a little bit now because I don't want him to feel uncomfortable. Now we've got a good view over the box. I'm liking that guy's trainers, folks. Anybody know which brand that is? His trainers, wait. And I'm actually being serious for a second. Anybody know which brand that is? Guys, please, if one of you could post it in the comments. I need a pair of those for myself. It's got a little bit more manageable here now. Able to glance right across the front. That's the best view here, folks, when you can see both horses at the same time. Oh, and there we go. What a surprise, it's starting to happen again. I'm not even moving. 1 second, guys. I'm determined to finish this goddamn video, gimbal, like it or not. Yeah, it seems to be like every 5 to 7 minutes, isn't it? It's overheating. Anyway, new gimbal, people, from tomorrow. I've already got it, so just a matter of swapping them over. I'll bin this one. It's just too annoying to have that beeping noise. Apologies, everybody, for that noise in the video. I don't need to, in fact, rest assured, folks, I don't need to know the brand. His trainers are Under Armour. I've just noticed on the side. Oh, look. That guide is panicking and telling them all to get out of the box. A little bit late for that, my good man. Wow, so kids, students, visitors, adults, tour guides, everyone is being told uniformly to get out of the box. The box is now royal land. So they're frozen on the right. 1 second, folks. I'm actually a bit sad that we're getting so close to the end. I have lost count of how many times we've heard people being told to get out of the box, but a fair number, I think. In other words, for me personally, not that I'm anyone to comment, but it just, you know, a personal comment from myself. The troopers have exceeded my expectations today in terms of how they've dealt with the tourists. Now, I don't mean that to sound patronising or condescending because I'm no one to comment, but that said, I'm entitled to, you know, a personal opinion about how I think today has gone, and I think it was outstanding, in all honesty. Brilliant development. It's really, really, really working. It's coming to fruition here. Nice, isn't it? Here we go again. See, look, out of the box. I don't know how many it's been, maybe 10, probably close to it in total. Oh, there we go with the beeping again. I'm now holding it, guys, manually for a minute. I'm going to hold it for 1 minute, let it cool down, then pop it back on for the last couple of minutes. It's funny, though, if I were walking around now without the gimbal supporting the phone, you would see how jerky the picture is. It would be almost unwatchable. I'd have to rename my channel John in the Park. I'd be like I'm on a boat. Okay. Sorry folks, I am actually holding the phone in my hands right now. Right, let's switch it back on, and hopefully that is the last time once we finish up. Another one, been told to get out of the box. Look at this. Bro, just like me? What are you talking about? My father's a senior Communist Party official. How dare you speak to me like that? Yep. The gimbal has just died, people. Okay, that's going in the rubbish bin. I'm not even going to bother taking it home. Okay, I'm going to use this hopefully 30 seconds before it starts beeping again. Thank you guys for watching, but more importantly for bearing with me. I'm so sorry for people that we had hardware failure. But hey, I mean, you know, the show went on. I think we got a pretty good video today. She's just in the box, but not enough to bother making a big deal, I think is what the troopers just decided. He saw him glancing. Oh.
We keep moving. We keep moving.
Great to listen to the Aussie guy there, folks, telling his boys stay outside the square. You heard it. I was actually going to say to him that you're the first person I've actually heard mention it out loud, but he's already gone. So a great thing to see, and more importantly to hear. As I said, more people that come there over time, especially younger generation, they'll understand the new rules. It doesn't matter if that takes 3 months, 3 years, or a decade. The new rules will filter down, and then they will hopefully be adhered to forevermore.
N-ai destule armăsari la noi?
Carolei.
That's our closing shot. Happy tourists, respecting the rules. Guys, thanks for bearing with me, and apologies for those technical difficulties. They will not reoccur, I give you my word. Back soon, people. Very soon. Bye for now.